Welcome back to The Explainer. I'm so thrilled to have you here today because, well, we're tackling a massive misconception. You see, so many English learners focus almost entirely on individual phonetic sounds. You know the drill, right? Trying to perfectly articulate every single vowel and consonant in total isolation. But here's the truth. Natural English, it actually depends heavily on rhythm, stress, and intonation. Focusing just on those individual sounds, it's literally like staring at individual drops of water when what you really need to do is understand the flow of the entire river. Okay, let's dive into this. To really grasp how natural speech works, we're going to explore a four-pillar framework today. We've got connected speech, thought groups, intonation, and contrastive stress. Then, we'll wrap the whole thing up with your path to fluency.
So, starting right at the foundation, Pillar 1, connected speech, where words connect smoothly.
The core idea here is super straightforward, but honestly, it changes everything. Native speakers just do not pronounce every word separately. I want you to really listen to the difference here. First, robotic speech, where every word is totally isolated. I want to go to the store. Okay? Now listen to natural, connected speech. I want to go to the store. Do you hear that? I want to go to the store. Those boundaries between the individual words literally just vanish. The entire rhythm of English depends on this exact kind of connected speech. And that builds directly into Pillar 2, thought groups or chunks of meaning.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we actually do this. Once we get that words connect, we need to figure out how to group them. Instead of speaking word by word, fluent speakers organize sentences into these little chunks separated by a tiny, almost unnoticeable pause, like this. I want to go to the store. These natural pauses help listeners follow your ideas seamlessly by breaking the information down into totally digestible pieces. Plus, as a bonus, these thought groups naturally help you control your breathing and pacing as you speak.
Moving right along, we arrive at Pillar 3, intonation, where pitch conveys meaning. Let's look at falling intonation first. It is incredibly common in basic statements, and also in questions that start with who, what, where, when, or why. Listen to how my pitch drops right at the end of these examples. First, a statement. I finished the report. See how my pitch goes down? Now for a question. Where are you going? Again, the pitch drops at the end. That drop is a clear signal to the listener that your thought is completely finished.
Now let's contrast that with rising intonation. We typically use a rising pitch for yes or no questions or when we're expressing uncertain ideas. Listen closely to the upward movement here. For a yes or no question, are you ready? The voice just lifts at the end. And for an uncertain idea, or maybe a statement turned into a question, we have a test today? That upward pitch movement, that's what makes your speech sound natural, confident, and ensures you're accurately conveying your intent.
And that brings us to our final core concept, Pillar 4, contrastive stress, where stress changes the meaning.
Now, what's really interesting about this is we have the exact same string of words 3 times, but the subtext is completely different every single time. Listen carefully to how just shifting the vocal emphasis literally shifts reality. First, stressing the beginning. I didn't say he stole the money. The implied meaning? Someone else said it. I didn't do it, but someone else did. Okay, now let's move the stress to the word say. I didn't say he stole the money. By emphasizing say, the subtext changes. It becomes, well, maybe I implied it, maybe I hinted at it, but I didn't explicitly say it. Finally, let's move the stress to the word he. I didn't say he stole the money. Suddenly, the implied meaning flips again. Someone else stole it. The money's definitely gone, for sure, but it wasn't him. The words are identical, but the vocal emphasis completely alters the entire subtext.
Let's just pause for a second and really let this sink in. Rhythm and intonation directly affect meaning. It is not just about sounding like a native speaker. It's about effectively communicating exactly what you mean. So where does all of this leave us? Let's turn to our conclusion, the path to fluency, getting beyond individual sounds.
So the crucial point is this. If you want to sound natural, you absolutely need to actively practice these 4 features. You've got to practice connected speech by blending your words. Practice sentence stress to convey your exact precise meaning. Practice organizing your words into logical thought groups. And of course, practice pitch movement, really mastering that rising and falling intonation. These are the actual tools that build true fluency. We've covered the mechanics, the framework, and the proof of why rhythm matters just as much as the letters on the page. The tools are right in front of you. So, the only thing left to ask is, are you ready to sound natural?